Okay, we just started talking about the segment addition postulate in class. So the segment addition postulate, remember, means that you can add two segments to create a bigger segment, right? If we have segment A, B, C, D, right, we can split that into these smaller ones. Our segment addition postulate is just saying that we can add A and B together, segment AB together with segment BC and get what? What does we call this whole segment? AC. Okay, well, there's a lot of combinations. We could say segment BC plus CD equals BD and so on. All right, and we're going to use this postulate in our proof today. So here is our setup for our proof. Remember our statements and reasons column here. We have some information given. WI equals ND. All right. And since that's given, our reason for that, just given. And we like to mark this up on our picture. So WI is congruent to ND, or their measures are equal. Okay, and remember, we're always looking down here. Let's peek at the bottom. What do we want to prove? We want to prove that segment WN is congruent to segment DI. Okay, so how do we get from WI to WN? And how do we get from DN to DI? That is our question right now. You might look at this and think, well, can't we just start writing something different instead of WI and ND? Well, we have to use our WI that's given to us somehow to get to WN. And using our segment addition postulate, we know that WN is the same as WI plus IN. Okay, the same as this guy here plus this guy. So in our proof, we can say WI plus IN equals WN. All right. So now we have the first part of our bottom here figured out, and we're going to do the exact same thing to get DI. All right. And our reason here is segment addition postulate. And you can shorten this a little bit if you want. All right, so to get to DI, DI is the same as IN plus ND equals ID or DI. This is our segment addition postulate here also. Okay. So now you might ask, well, how in the world are we supposed to get our WN equals DI from the information we just wrote down? This is where our given comes into play a little bit right here. Okay. We can substitute WI in right here and say ND plus IN equals WN. Okay. Reason, substitution. Sorry, I switched colors before I wrote that down. And now, looking at this, at steps 3 and 4 here, okay, we have IN is the same and ND is the same. So adding those two things together gives us both DI and WN. Okay, so now we do have what we're trying to prove. And we can substitute again to get WN equals DI.